Okay, here's another piecewise function to define from the graph. This is number 8. And I already wrote my form here, f of x equals, and then we set up to put our 3 domains because it's probably easier to put the domains first. So if I look at the first domain, it looks like x is going to be less than negative 3. Or from negative infinity to negative 3, so I'll write it just over here. X is less than negative 3. Not equal to. And the next one, x is going to be between negative 3 and 2. So I'm going to just write that over here. X is less than 2, greater than negative 3. And I've got dots there, so I'll put the equal signs also. Okay. And then it looks like I'm going to go from 2 all the way out, keep going to the right. So it's going to be x is just be greater than 2. And we have when we have these just on one side, we usually write the variable on the left. So x is greater than 2. You could write it the other way, 2 is less than x. So that's what we got. So let's figure out what these guys are going to look like. So over here, I've got this line over here. So it looks like the slope, if I figure out the slope, go from point to point, looks like I'm going from this point here down 1, 2, 3, well, 4. It looks like I'm going right to that point. It looks almost like that point, but it's a little bit off here. So I'm going to, and then this is maybe kind of a judgment call. So it looks like I'm going to go down 4. Over 3. Minus 4 over 3. So it looks like the slope is negative 4/3. Okay? Hope you can see that. So for this one, it looks like my m is going to be minus 4/3. And if I go down another 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1, 2, 3, I get the intercept, so b will be negative 3. All right, because like I said, it's just missing it here, but I've got a little circle on there, so that should indicate. So you can go from here, minus 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3, down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 3, and you should get your line. So my line there, which would be y equals negative 4/3 x minus 3, so that's what's going to go in here for the first branch. Okay. Okay, that's okay. And the next one over here, it looks like my slope is a nice 1. So it looks like m equals 1. And it looks like I'm going, and it looks like my intercept's going to be negative 1. This is a little bit off. My line got a little bit off, but it should be negative 1. So b is negative 1. All right, so y would equal x, 1x minus 1, or just x minus 1. So it's this branch here. And then over here, it looks like my slope is going to be, it looks like it's going to be up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2. So it looks like the slope is going to be 1/2. So it looks like m will equal 1/2. 1 over 2, 1 over 2. And then if I go down back, or down 1 back 2, see if I start over here, if I go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, it looks like this is going to be my intercept. So I can kind of work backwards and figure out my intercept is going to be 3. So my line will be y equals 1/2 x plus 3. And that goes here. Oops. This is x minus 1. Put this in the wrong place, excuse me. There's my lines here, sorry about that. Okay, so this is going to be x minus 1 here between negative 3 and 2. Slope is 1, so it's going to be x, and the intercept is -1. And here it's going to be 1/2 x plus 3. In this range here, x is greater than 2, so it's going to be 1/2 x and then plus 3. There's my intercept, and my slope is up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2, positive. So there's your 3 pieces. I got them lined up, sorry about that. Okay, got this maybe spread out a little bit too far, but I want to make sure I have room. You could actually make this a lot closer, okay? All right, then we have to figure out the domain. So what's the domain of this function? Well, it looks like I'm going from, oh my God, I don't know, in here. So the domain, it looks like I've got all the way from here. I'm going out in this direction over here. And it looks like it's all covered. And then this point here's open, but it's covered here with a dot. Same thing here. It's got a dot here, even though it's open there. So it looks like the domain is all real numbers. Looks like it's covering everything. Negative infinity to infinity. And the range. And what's my lowest y value? It looks like my lowest y value is -4 down here, and there's a dot there. And it looks like this keeps going up and up and up because it's going to cover here. And here I got a dot here, so it's covered there. And then from there it's covered with this branch. And then it's also overlaps with this branch, and it keeps going up. So it looks like it's going to be and a dot there, so it's going to go from -4 to infinity. And that's what you got for your range. Okay, so that's for number 8. Okay, so there's your 3 pieces. There's your domain, and there's your range. Okay. And if any of you have any questions on these, you can always kind of make a comment. I try to get back to you one way or another and make any explanations. Okay, so I hope that should be clear. Domain, range, and there's my 3 branches. That slope was -4 over 3. That might be, you know, that'd be kind of close there, but looks like it's going to work at -4 over 3. Okay, hope that makes sense to you.